good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to AsiaTEFL 2020 International Conference Launching Talk Show. And my name is Ju Kyung Park, the host of this show and professor of English at Honam University and AsiaTEFL 2020 Organizing Committee Chair. And this show is taking place in the studio of Center for Teaching and Learning at Honam University here in Gwangju, South Korea. And it's now 4 p.m. Korea Standard Time. And I'm going to meet all my guests on Zoom and all the audience. Let me see. Who are watching this show live streamed on YouTube channel. So thank you all so very much for joining me now. And today we're going to talk about what AsiaTEFL is and why AsiaTEFL 2020 is a must-attend conference in the midst of this global crisis caused by COVID-19 pandemic. And AsiaTEFL 2020, or the 18th AsiaTEFL International Conference, is held November 27th until 29th, Friday to Sunday this year, online as well as at the venue, Kintex Convention Center, Goyang, South Korea. And the conference theme is Interweaving Theory and Practice in ELT in Asia, Creating New Prospects for the Future. Today, we are going to talk about what AsiaTEFL is and why AsiaTEFL 2020 is a must-attend conference in the midst of the global crisis caused by COVID-19 pandemic. I just repeated the same thing because it's important. Okay, well, this is my great honor and such an excitement to host this talk show with these incredible guests who are joining me on Zoom. So let me introduce our guests today. First of all, AsiaTEFL has a dual presidency system. So we have co-presidents. First, President Fuad Abdul Hamid.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, welcome. And he's from UPI, Indonesia University of Education. And now we have President Chi Hyun-jun.
Hello, everyone.
Ready.
Professor of Ewha Women's University from South Korea. And then AsiaTEFL 2020 is hosted with Korea TESOL this year. And we have President Lindsay Heran, Korea TESOL President.
Hi, everyone.
Right. And she's from Gwangju
Hello.
National University of Education. And this year, we have one keynote speaker, 6 plenary speakers, and 7 featured speakers. And we are very lucky to have 2 of our plenary speakers with us today. So first, Professor Paul K. Matsuda from Arizona State University, USA.
Hi, everyone.
Well,
Hello.
thank you so much for joining us at this late hour. It's about midnight, isn't it?
It is.
All right, so thank you. Now, Professor Asura Binti Hashim from University of Malaya from Malaysia. Professor Hashim, thank you for joining us. Okay, now we have 2 featured speakers who are joining us now. First, Professor Panchalan Mohanty from GLA University, India. Hi, Professor.
Hello.
Welcome. And Professor Hu Xinli from Konkuk University.
Hi.
Professor Lee.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Now, we have a very special guest who is Professor William Littlewood from Hong Kong Baptist University.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome.
I've just zoomed in from Hong Kong and hope to see you there one day.
Right. And he's here to represent all the early bird registrants. And we will hear from him later. Okay. And AsiaTEFL has about 40 advisory board and executive committee members, including 18 regional representatives. And we have 2 of them. First, let me introduce Professor Lu Van Khan from National University of Vietnam.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Hello, thank you for joining
Hi,
us. Okay.
So nice to see you all.
Yes.
Nice to see you too.
Oh.
Right. and Professor Isabel Pefianco Martin from Ateneo University, Manila, Philippines.
Hello everyone. Good to see you.
Hi, Isabel.
Right, now, last but not least, my team of AsiaTEFL 2020 Organizing Committee. First, Professor Kilian Lee. Right. President-elect of AsiaTEFL, and he's a professor at Hankuk University of Foreign Studies. And now Professor Harry Kim.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you.
Right. She's our membership executive director, and she's a professor at Seoul National University of Education. Now we have Professor Eun-Suk Shim, AsiaTEFL treasurer.
Hello, everyone.
Right, from Sangji
Hi.
University. And we have Professor Young-Woo Kim, our technology executive director from Seoul National University.
Hello.
Okay, welcome. And last, Professor Taek Nam Yoon, technology committee member from Chuncheon National University of Education.
Hello, thank you
Professor
for having me.
Thank you all for joining me today. So, without any further ado, I'd like to invite AsiaTEFL President Fuad Abdul Hamid. President Hamid, please tell us what AsiaTEFL is all about.
Okay, hello everyone. This is indeed an honor and of course a privilege for me to invite you all to TEFL Professional Conference coming up in November this year. As the biggest TEFL organizations in the world, and I am really very excited to welcome you all to this unprecedented gathering during the difficult time of COVID-19 pandemic. And of course, in the conference, there'll be a handing over of our presidential posts, which will take place at this conference, of course, from me and from President Jion to Presidents-elect Professor Gagesh and Professor Kilian Lee. And in this conference, we will set a new norm and we will adopt new approaches to organizing and holding this fully online conference. And President Jion will elaborate more detail of what will take place during the conference, like hologram teleconference, MC robot, virtual presentation, smart chatbots, terms that I don't understand myself, actually. Friends and colleagues, please hurry up registering yourselves to the conference and see you all there soon. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Now I'd like to invite President Chi Hyun-chun, and she's one of the hardest working people to host AsiaTEFL 2020 in Korea now in the context of COVID-19. And we've been facing so many difficulties and things are unpredictable. So after all this hardship and difficult times, what can you tell us, what we can present to our participants?
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all in this way in advance before the conference. I'd like to mention some of the highlights of AsiaTEFL conference. And the first to highlight would be people. We have great speakers, very nice organizers, and great participants who you want to meet again and again at every AsiaTEFL conference. And it's so great to make friends and colleagues around the world in the regions, particularly in the region you've never been to in your whole life. See my screen? Where can I meet all these nice, wonderful friends? It's all AsiaTEFL. And second highlight this year particularly would be that we are going to host the conference in a hybrid mode, which means people within Korea can participate on site or online, but all the participants overseas can participate online only, which means there will be some people who's going to be disappointed by the fact that they cannot meet with their overseas friends. Then how can we satisfy them? Don't worry, we are going to bring one of the plenary speakers onto the stage right in front of you as a hologram speaker who can interact with you. And for those who's going to feel like online conference is boring, don't worry, because we were able to develop 3D venues for you to really feel like a space or explore or click the door to participate in sessions. And finally, there will be some great performances as well. As usual, we're going to have a traditional great Korean fan dance, which is going to turn into the LED light show and K-pop performance. And furthermore, we are going to have the famous AsiaTEFL lucky draw. And we are going to invite the Professor Supakon. Do you all remember the professor at Bangkok last year? We all loved him. We fell in love with him. He's coming back. So you can all win an iPad or any other gifts. So be a member of AsiaTEFL this year and register before the deadline, and let's meet at the conference.
Thank you very much. That was a great presentation, and I'm sure people will, they can't wait for registering for the conference. Okay, well, now I'd like to invite Professor Lindsay Heron, Korea-TESOL President, and I'd like to ask her, AsiaTEFL and Korea-TESOL are partners for this year's conference, and how these two associations have become partners, and what does it mean to both associations?
Well, the AsiaTEFL conference is a perennial favorite for myself as well as several co-TESOL officers who are also involved on the AsiaTEFL Executive Committee. So when AsiaTEFL invited us to collaborate with them on this upcoming event, I was absolutely thrilled. I think it's going to be an amazing opportunity, especially for co-TESOL members, not only to attend a conference with such regular quality and camaraderie and style and substance, but also for co-TESOL members to receive the same perks, price, and care that AsiaTEFL members receive. And I'm delighted that co-TESOL can support AsiaTEFL in many different ways. So I'm sure this collaboration will be mutually beneficial. And I think everyone will enjoy the conference. I look forward to seeing co-TESOL members and AsiaTEFL members there, either online or on site. So enjoy the conference.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Okay, now let me invite. Well, this time, it's really exciting to see our invited speakers in advance, and it's more like a teaser of a new release movie. And let me first invite Professor Paul K. Matsuda from Arizona, USA. So Professor Matsuda, let me first zoom you in. I know you were a plenary speaker back in 2007 when we had a conference in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So how do you feel about coming back to AsiaTEFL conference this year?
Well, I had such a great time in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, and I was so looking forward to coming back to this conference to interact with all the participants. So thank you for inviting me, and thank you for the opportunity.
Right. And what do you particularly expect from this year's AsiaTEFL conference?
Well, unfortunately, we are not going to be together physically, but still, it's a great opportunity to see each other virtually, and some of us will be interacting physically, but social distance within Korea, and just having the opportunity to bring, be together or feel together at the time of this pandemic is really important. So I think this conference is going to be a great way to connect people and keep the professional development continuing throughout this difficult time.
Right. Well, it's just because it's a very rare opportunity for us to meet you like this now. So I don't want to give a full spoiler, but can you just briefly tell us what you are going to talk about at your plenary session?
Of course. The main theme is going to be the presence of the teacher. In the online environment especially, but in the classroom in general, it's important for us to establish the sense of presence for the students so that they can feel that we are there for them, and that's going to enhance their learning experience. And for our professional development, creating that sense of presence about.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I can't wait to hear your plenary talk. Now, our next guest is Professor Asura Binti Hashim. Professor Hashim, have you been to AsiaTEFL conference before?
Yes, the last time I went was quite some years ago. I think it was held in Malaysia. So I'm really looking forward to coming to attending this particular conference. And I think it's going to be a very dynamic event with diverse technologies. I think Professor Park, Professor John, and the team have really put up a really good show. So I'm really looking forward to listening to different speakers talking about challenges which could be common across the region, and what are the different approaches that they're taking in different contexts.
Right, and I know that you are the president-elect of ILA, the International Association for Applied Linguistics. And do you think there's a possibility for AsiaTEFL and ILA can cooperate in the future?
Yes, I think that's something we can discuss with the committee, with the board of ILA. It is a strong possibility. Yeah? Right. I'm currently the vice president of ILA, and I will be president at the next conference in August 2021.
All right. Our best wishes for your presidency next year. Well, thank you for joining us. Okay, now let me move on to our featured speakers. First, let me see. We have Professor Panchalan Mohanty from India. So let me ask him, Professor Mohanty, have you been to AsiaTEFL conferences before?
Yes, I participated in the Delhi conference about, let's say, 7-8 years ago. It was most probably in 2012. Yes, I participated in that.
All right.
Yeah.
So how do you feel now about being a featured speaker at AsiaTEFL 2020?
Well, I think it's an opportunity. It's a great opportunity to interact with colleagues because, English is a very different kind of language in each country. It has taken its own shape. It's I don't want to compare it with coronavirus, but it has taken a different shape in each country. And that's why we're talking about global English, international English. So that is the reason for which AsiaTEFL is very important, because probably there are largest number of English speakers in Asia. And then, in the US or UK or Australia, New Zealand, whatever you say. So it's quite important for us to talk. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's great to have you, and particularly for Korean audience. Well, we can hear Indian English through many different media, but it's not quite a the common experience for Korean people to hear someone who speaks Indian English, if we can call it that way. So I think it's very good to have you as one of our featured speakers.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right. Okay, now I'd like to invite Professor Hu Xinli. She's one of our featured speakers, but she's been playing a very key role in organizing AsiaTEFL 2020 as well. So let me have you, Professor Lee. So what can you tell us about your role in organizing AsiaTEFL 2020?
Thank you. Hi, hello everyone. Nice to see you, and thank you for inviting me to this launching AsiaTEFL International Conference launching show. And my main role is actually two main roles. The first one is to find out some sponsorship to support the AsiaTEFL and also AsiaTEFL International Conference. And the other one, the special role, is to set up the kind of network for Asian teachers of English. The first starting point is to prepare for the panel discussion for primary and secondary Asian teachers of English. So we are planning to have a kind of a starting point at this international conference. So that's what we needed to do, and that's what I'm doing at the moment.
Can you tell us what kind of a topic do they have to talk about at the panel discussion?
Sure. And actually, there will be two topics that mainly relating to the classes before and after, or during the COVID-19. So maybe 6 or 7 teachers will be invited to the panel discussion from different Asian countries, and then they're gonna briefly explain what kind of English class they would have before COVID-19, and then they will be asked to describe in details the changes they and their students went through due to the COVID-19. So we hope all the Asian teachers who will join the AsiaTEFL conference share their difficulties and challenges and what kind of responses to the COVID-19 they have done.
Well, thank you so much. I hope that you could find time to get prepared for your featured session, because you have so many different roles. Well, thank you. Now, I'd like to invite Professor William Littlewood. And as I told you, he's one of the early bird registrants, and also he's one of the most frequent participants and presenters at the AsiaTEFL conferences. So, Professor Littlewood, could you tell us what keeps you coming back to AsiaTEFL conferences?
Well, I like AsiaTEFL very much. I've been to several conferences, and actually, if you look carefully, you could notice one of the ways in which Ji Hyun and I are the same. Now, not many ways, because she is young and female, and I am old and male, but we both have an AsiaTEFL t-shirt. Well, the difference there is that hers is new, hers is quite new, but mine goes back maybe 8 or 9 years, I think. Yeah, so you can see what quality there is in AsiaTEFL, and it's still good. But anyway, being serious now, I like AsiaTEFL. I like the mixture of being practical, and you get a lot of ideas for practice, and everything is sort of grounded in practice, if you like, in most things anyway. But also with the principles to try to understand what we're doing, and that's the kind of connection which I like very much. And in addition to which, I love coming to Korea very much. But I've been to several AsiaTEFLs in other countries as well. In I think the Philippines came, and also China, and one or two others as well. So overall, I like the mixture, and I like the people. The people are very, very, very supportive. They don't try to shoot you down for no reason whatsoever.
Right.
But they're always very supportive and friendly, and the atmosphere is nice. And that way, you get a lot of good discussion, I find. You can relax and let yourself think and work things out. That's about it, really. So anyway, I'm sorry I will not be actually seeing you, but well, I am seeing you in a way. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. It's always good to have you back to AsiaTEFL. All right. Now, as I told you in the beginning, AsiaTEFL has about 40 executive board and executive committee members, and today we have 2 of them, and then as a pleasant surprise, we have just Professor Gargesh coming in, so we will get to meet him later. So let me first invite Professor Lưu Van Khan from Vietnam. And Professor Khan, you were the conference chair for, when was it, 2010?
Yes.
So can
yes,
you...
I was the conference chair then, in 2010 in Hanoi.
Right,
and that is a very memorable conference to me.
Right. We really enjoyed the conference that you hosted for us. And then could you give us some tips or any advice for Korean team, how to make a conference successful?
Actually, I don't think, I can give you an advice because I'm sure that the Korean team is quite experienced in organizing the AsiaTEFL conferences because I myself have been to the AsiaTEFL conference hosted by the Korean team twice. So I know, how good you are and how experienced you are in organizing such a big event. But, from my personal experience, I think that the AsiaTEFL conference is quite a distinctive in the sense that, it brings together all the ELT practitioners and researchers from Asia and beyond together. So we have a very good opportunity to share our experience and also our expertise. Yeah, and that makes me, very happy to join the AsiaTEFL conferences.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much. Now, let me have Professor Isabel Pefianco Martin. You were also the conference chair. When was it?
2013.
Oh, okay. Right. So can you give us any tips or advice for Korean team?
Yeah, like Professor Khan, it's very difficult to give advice because what you're doing, the Korean team is doing now, is really something that's never been done before. So AsiaTEFL conferences are always big, conferences. So I can understand the stress that comes with mounting a project of this magnitude. And with the pandemic, it makes it even more stressful. So the only advice really I could give is we should have fun. I think we should have fun, no? I'd like to congratulate actually and extend my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers for, first of all, agreeing to host the conference. I think this is the third time, right? No, third time. But even more, I'd like to thank the organizers for the courage to push through with this one despite the odds. So I really look forward, to participating in this one of a kind, unique conference.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your support. And actually, this year's conference is for us, it's the fourth time. The first one, 2003 and 4, were held in Korea, and then we had 2011, and then this one is our fourth time. Okay, as I said, we have Professor Kargesh. Can you hear me, Professor Kargesh? Maybe a little later I will invite him, but then let me move on to our Korean organizing committee members. So first, I'd like to invite Professor Kilian Lee. He's actually the president-elect. He's becoming AsiaTEFL president at the conference, isn't it? Right?
True, yeah. After the conference, not now.
Right. And currently you are in charge of conference registration. So can you tell us anything for particularly those participants who have not registered yet?
Yes. Well, first of all, I'd like to say that it is kind of a happy festival that we have a conference every year. And even though we have the pandemic, our festival still continues. And then nothing stopped us. I'm now working for the part of the conference registration. I'd like to remind you that we have only 1 week to go until the deadline of early bird registration. All of you who are here seem to be interested in AsiaTEFL conference, but that means that some of you have not registered yet. We have only one week to go until the October 25th. We have only 1 week. In early bird registration, that's the way you can save your money. Otherwise, after October 25th, it's more expensive for you to make registration. And when you make registration, especially when you are the member of the current the members, then please use the same email address as your ID, please. Otherwise, it's really hard for us to manage all of this. Okay? And if you are non-member, that's okay. you can join the membership and also make a registration at the same time. It will be a good way for you to save your money. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for the very important information. I hope the audience can remember that. And if you have any questions, then you can visit the AsiaTEFL conference website anytime, www.asiatefl2020.org. Okay, now let me invite Professor Harry Kim, our membership executive director. So, Professor Kim, could you tell us any tips how to join AsiaTEFL?
Actually, we provide detailed information on the official homepage. So please visit AsiaTEFL homepage, find the membership board from the sidebar menu, and follow the steps one by one. It's very easy and simple.
Right.
But if you still have problems, right? It's you.
Okay. Well, just before you go, can you tell us just one thing that the people should remember to join? What's the biggest benefit of becoming a member?
Oh, well, actually, I think this is the best time for getting AsiaTEFL membership if you don't have one yet. You will have many benefits when you get a full membership. Please refer to the homepage for the benefits. At this time, especially if you sign up for the membership, you will be able to enjoy the discounted registration rates right away. Thank you.
All right. Well, that's very important information. Discount is always good for our life, isn't it? Right. Now let me invite our treasurer, Professor Eun-Suk Shim. Can you tell us anything about your job?
Oh, please do register and then pay the fee, and I will issue the receipt if you need. Hope to see you all at the conference. Thank you.
Well, okay, thank you. Now, let me have Professor Young-Woo Kim. He's our technology executive director, and he's been dealing with so many different issues and tasks and works. So, Professor Kim, can you tell us what's been doing for this coming conference?
For the conference this year in Korea, I'm working on the conference website and then mobile app with the AsiaTEFL IT officers. I think our conference website has been running well and successfully, and then we are preparing the mobile app as well. So in advance, before the conference begins, because the mobile app has lots of interactive functions. So then I think the conference participant will enjoy, the interaction with the participant in advance before the conference begins. So please check notices from the conference committee and then check the updates our conference, and then you'll enjoy the interaction with the conference participant.
Right.
That's it. Thank you.
Right. But approximately when this mobile app will be available, can you tell us?
Maybe a week ago.
Okay. All right. So please keep that in mind. Now, Professor Yoon, Taek-nam Yoon, he's now working for the presentation file submissions. Very important role. So, Professor Yoon, can you tell us, particularly those presenters who have not submitted their presentation file yet, is there any tip or advice for them?
All right, so we have actually prepared several guidelines such as video recordings and posters for presenters. But what you're going to do is simply to record your presentation and simply upload onto Dropbox with your proposal ID. And our excellent review team who are awake for 24/7, I guess, will carefully review your file in a timely manner and monitor whether or not it's appropriate to stream in terms of sound, audio, or any graphics. So once you found any problems on your video, we'll just contact you immediately for updating it. And also, do not forget to send us your consent form if you are willing to share research and assist you. And we are ready to make this wonderful event successful without any technical difficulties. So please do not hesitate to contact us if you have any questions and concerns on submitting your presentation files. So we can simply reach that AsiaTEFL2020@gmail.com, or please visit our website, AsiaTEFL2020.org, to check regular updates. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And Professor Yun just mentioned the consent form. That's because one of the biggest benefits for registering for this coming conference is you can see all the presentations after the conference up to 1 month. So that's why all the presenters submit their consent form if they want to. So please remember that. Now, let's see if Professor Kargesh is still with us. Professor Kargesh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
Well, welcome.
Where are you?
I'm in Samarkand. You can see
in the
the
classroom.
here.
Oh, wow. Well, I've asked the other, actually, Professor Kargesh is one of the president-elects, so he will become the next president with Professor Kilian Lee. So, Professor Kargesh, can you tell us what kind of vision you have for AsiaTEFL as a next president?
Well, AsiaTEFL is going to fly. It has wings, definitely. We're going to explore other avenues, other possibilities, alternative avenues of teaching in Asia, particularly in Southeast Asia, South Asia, and in Central Asia. Central Asia is one region where we have not reached so far, particularly Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan. We have no mention, we have no place in, we don't find them in AsiaTEFL. So my wish is to bring Central Asia also onto board with the AsiaTEFL and have research modules ready, because there's a lot of data here, a lot of data for work and a lot of potential for work. So this is one area where I would like to focus on so that much data comes up, much research comes up, and maybe we have some more new insights for AsiaTEFL. When we would like to look at it more carefully. I'm very hopeful of this, very hopeful.
Okay.
And as far as AsiaTEFL is concerned, of course, as an organization, we need to look at our research, make it more acceptable. Make it absolutely #1 level of research, and also bring in more regional participation from different associations who are still not there with the AsiaTEFL. There are many. Bring all of them on board so that we can have effective teaching and research going on in Asia.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Well, Professor Young-Woo Kim, you have something to correct?
Yes, I think I said 1 week ago, but it's not. It is wrong. The 1 week before the conference begins.
Oh, okay. Okay. He's talking about the mobile app. So
yeah,
please
mobile
remember,
app.
the app will be available about a week before the conference. Right?
Yes.
And we will notify all the presenters, participants, right? Okay. I guess everybody has had something to say, right? So now, just for a minute, let me check the YouTube channel and see how many people are watching us and what kind of questions we got. So far, it says 47 people are watching us. And then we get some, let's see. Professor David Schaefer, that we all know, he wrote, registration rates for AsiaTEFL members is much lower than non-member registration. So it's better to take out membership and then register as a member. Good tip, right?
Good job, David.
Okay, and then what else? Jenny, someone named Jenny said, so excited, thanks to having a great conference. Okay, and another comment, Yumin Kim said, it's my first time to join the launching show, and I think this is the very first launching show in the history of not only AsiaTEFL in all the associations, right? So we are pioneering things, and I'm very happy that we have this now. Okay, I guess it's about time for us to wrap up the show. Let me just briefly mention that. Because this is a really rare opportunity for us to all together, do you have anybody has a final word to say to the participants or the viewers? Anyone?
I'd like to talk to Bill.
Okay.
Just 1 second. Bill, when I see you next time in Korea or wherever, I will get you a new AsiaTEFL t-shirt.
Wow.
Oh, that's wonderful. Absolutely.
I'll keep one for this year for you.
Lovely.
Okay.
Thank you very much indeed.
All right.
But they're not being made this year, are they?
This year. This year one. Yes.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Thank you.
So, do you remember on the back of AsiaTEFL t-shirts?
Yes.
Back?
Yes.
We are
Unity
showing
with
the
diverse.
location. So this time we are going
Yes.
to have the location in Korea. I will get that t-shirt for you.
Good, lovely. Thank you very much indeed.
You're very welcome. You are the most loyal customer of AsiaTEFL. Thank you.
Okay, I'd like to ask Professor Matsuda, just because you are the farthest from us, and then you are one of our plenary speakers. So do you have any final word for our audience or the participants?
Well, I'm just looking forward to seeing all of you online, and I'm so happy to be part of this great group of people. So, yay!
Okay, thank you very much. And I guess now you know what a good place AsiaTEFL and AsiaTEFL 2020 is for you to be. So please join AsiaTEFL and register for the conference. And let me quote the last line of AsiaTEFL anthem. It says, peace through friendship, knowledge, and prosperity. In AsiaTEFL, we will grow. So let's all grow together in AsiaTEFL. Would you? All right. Now it's time to wrap up our show. We'll have another AsiaTEFL talk show early November, and we will be coming back with a more entertaining and enjoyable program. So please be with us again at our next show, and more importantly at our conference. So I'd like to thank you all the guests and the audience for joining me today. And I'd like to thank to my university president, Dr. Sang-cheol Park, and Professor Yoon Kyung-chang, director of CTL Honam University, and Mr. Young-soo Chu, engineer of CTL of Honam University, for their great help with this show. And finally, for those of you who have not seen the preview of AsiaTEFL 2020, the video will be played right after this show. So once again, thank you for joining me today, and I am your host, Chu Kyung-pak. So thank you all very much, and goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
The hard work, by the Korean team, and I'm sure that, the conference will be a wonderful experience for every participant.
Yes. Right, thank you.
And this is good evidence, for the AsiaTEFL's readiness for the new, or the upcoming shockwave. So thank you, and so nice to see all of you here, even though, we are physically apart, but emotionally and mentally we are together.
Okay, stay safe and healthy.
Well, there was one
Bye.
question from Lindsay Heron.
Yeah.
The question was that when would we get the T-shirt? That's what you said.
On site at the conference.
At the conference.
On site.
On site.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Namaste.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next on the conference. Bye bye.